ROSMY is a space where youth are safe to be who they are, to ask questions, to engage with other people who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or are questioning their gender identity or sexual orientation. A lot of times, these youth come in and the world isn't so kind to them sometimes. Sometimes it is, but as a whole, we live in a world that doesn't have a whole lot of space for conversations around people whose identities don't work within the norms.
I'm Marceline, and I'm 17, and I prefer feminine pronouns, if that's okay. Huh?
I remember feelings of sexual invasion from a very young age, and consistent and kind of like stuff you'd read about kind of type deal, emotional and psychological abuse from that on.
If you want to imagine you wake up one morning. Can I say penis? You have a penis, and everyone that knows you knows that, and from that point on expects you to act and like dress and look and sound ways that are typical of guys.
My gender identity has always been kind of an issue growing up, especially starting puberty, of course, and being put in boxes automatically based on puberty. So I automatically felt myself being isolated and put in this third kind of outside the boxes, and that really like propelled, isolation and traumatizing and all these things.
I think we'll do 2 and then 3. I'll let y'all select. But we have a computer up there and a computer in here that are set up with just, it's a page of different like LGBT icons that are listed, that they kind of present every day. And it's a pretty wide range of different people, and they've had them historically, so they bring new ones in every, 30 new people every year, different people every year. But I thought we would spend some time first looking at that, like just kind of like looking at different people, a lot of whom you've probably not heard before. But looking in, and then we would come back to the group and share with one another.
I think this is the biggest part of why I do feel so comfortable with who I am, because I have a community of peers who help support me, and without that, I don't know how I would have done it, because here, there's at least one place in Richmond where I can come to feel like completely supported and accepted and not have to worry about constantly like putting up a wall and being on guard.
ROSMY helped me in ways that I was not receiving anywhere else. ROSMY gave me a place to explore who I was, and without that, I don't know if I would have made it as far as I have so far.
I have a lot of severe mental health issues, and ROSMY has really helped me deal with that and really helped me cope with that. And I've met people through here that have gone through the same thing and who have gotten better. And I can honestly say I would probably be dead without ROSMY.
There's something really invaluable about this kind of group in which you don't know whether someone coming in the door has a home or not, or has tried to, take attempts on their own life. I mean, it's the kind of place where those people come.
I know now, more so than I did before, that people don't really think that about me. They don't really think that I'm this person who just wants to die over and over and over again and just wants to kill myself, and I'm only doing it for attention. And I mean, there are days when I just can't get up. And ever since coming to ROSMY, those days have gotten fewer and fewer.
going to a mainly, I guess, conservative school, a lot of people say things against being gay. So when I got outed at school, I went through a phase of a lot of bullying. And at first it was really hard, but then with a lot of support, it got better. But I think that's the biggest thing that was faced.
There are some people who, coming from a very religious background, can be pretty mean about sexual orientation and gender identity. I'm still not out in any way with my gender. It can be pretty difficult. People use lots of slurs at my school. I get like made fun of sometimes, and people don't like it when I'm dating a girl, stuff like that.
I think more than anything, the things that I love about my job is that I get to remind the youth that that they are awesome as a whole. That's one of my favorite things, is that I get to just sort of, and also that like I get to say you're awesome, you know, which is funny. And a funny thing, because who gets to say that in their job, and who gets to hear that, you know, when they go anywhere. So I kind of appreciate that, but I think also helping them recognize that they do have the insight and the awareness and the it's like the chutzpah, you know, like they do have within them the strength to really decide how they want to engage in the world.
I think in my adult life, I will definitely reflect on how these people felt when they were young, and I would really like to help out with that, and I would really like to get involved with this more and being able to contribute more.
Yeah, ever since graduating college, it's been really important to me to give back to ROSMY because they gave so much to me. I've been on their junior board for the past 4 or 5 years, and we just kind of do a bunch of different activities that support the organization, including the Run for ROSMY, which is our big fall fundraiser, and we get bunches of people to run the HCA 8K in support of the organization. I always tell people that I thought I had a really great support system, great family, great friends growing up. But when I went to ROSMY, I saw youth that didn't have such a great upbringing, and it gave me a good perspective. So I was thankful that ROSMY was there for them, and I was also there to hear their perspective, and we could kind of help each other growing up.
And if you could describe ROSMY in like 1 or 2 words, how would you describe it?
A safe place.
God, just like a lifesaver. I know so many people who just ROSMY is kind of, well, either figuratively or literally just saved their lives. It's really difficult growing up in the South as an LGBTQ kid. And ROSMY just doesn't completely fix it, of course, that's impossible, but makes it so much easier.
There's so much about ROSMY that just really can't be put into 1 or 2 words. I keep thinking of these phrases like safe space, community, but those don't even really capture the feeling at all. So I guess that's the closest I can get, a safe space, a community, love and acceptance, but those are so like par for the course when ROSMY has set the bar way too high for that.
Home. Just home.